It is great to be with you tonight. It's definitely great to be with you and not in the Capitol. In a few minutes, Donald Trump is going to take part in a storied tradition, delivering the State of the Union, his first of this second term. Now, we don't really need to see it because we know what it will be. Hours of nonsensical, incoherent, rambling lies, starting right at the beginning, because the state of our union is not strong. It is hanging by a thread. So, instead of forcing you to listen to 3 hours of lies, gaslighting, and narcissism, I'm going to give you the true State of the Union in 3 minutes. Under Donald Trump's failed leadership, hardworking Americans are being left behind in an unaffordable economy, destructive tariffs, soaring costs, health care, food benefits being yanked away, all while Donald Trump uses his office to extort foreign governments, take money from pardon seekers, line his own pockets, and make sure that his billionaire buddies are getting record profits and tax cuts. Under Donald Trump's failed leadership, an out-of-control, unqualified, unvetted, untrained, secret ICE paramilitary force is terrorizing our cities across the land, demanding citizenship papers, illegally searching homes and cars, and beating and killing Americans, all with no accountability. And under his failed leadership, the rule of law is under attack. He's using the DOJ to prosecute his political enemies, the most basic no-no in any democracy. He's defying court orders, even slandering his own Supreme Court justices. And most importantly, and pay attention to this, he is blatantly covering up his own misconduct by refusing to follow the law and release all of the Epstein files. Release the files. But perhaps most dangerous of all is that under Donald Trump's failed leadership, our free and fair elections are in serious jeopardy. First, he tried to rig these upcoming elections through partisan gerrymandering. When that didn't work, he sent his lawless, masked, militarized immigration agents to Minneapolis with the intention of inciting violence so he can invoke the Insurrection Act, try to post ICE officers at poll sites, and worse yet, maybe, even cancel the election. Now, that may sound crazy to you, but you don't need to take my word for it. Because in the very same day, a few weeks ago, Donald Trump said that he might have to invoke the Insurrection Act in the morning, and then in the afternoon he said there shouldn't be elections. We know that his brain is slow enough that it takes from morning to afternoon for him to say what he's actually thinking, but he always says what he's thinking. But that's not it. So Attorney General Pam Bondi demanded that Governor Tim Walz from Minnesota listen to this, turn over Minnesota's voter rolls. Why? In return for withdrawing ICE officers. ICE is in the Department of Homeland Security, not the Department of Justice. Why is the Department of Justice demanding voter rolls? At the same time, you have the Department of Justice lying to a judge to get a search warrant for the 2020 ballots from Fulton County. And who was there? Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence. The Director of National Intelligence has nothing to do with law enforcement or any reason for a search warrant. So what is this? The Three Musketeers? Bondi, Kristi, Noem, and Tulsi Gabbard? The Three Stooges is right. Now, the only reason you would want ballots and voter rolls is to purge them. There is no other reason for the federal government to have it. And so now you have all of these efforts by the administration, and of course, the Republicans in Congress know that they're about to lose their majority, and so they're working overtime to help Donald Trump do that. Now, let's briefly talk about voter fraud. I can talk about it briefly because it doesn't exist. So the SAVE Act does not matter. They are trying to take away everything that we stand for with our elections. So it's going to take all of us to organize, energize, activate, advocate, and fight for our democracy. So it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to stand up. Are you with me? Are you with me? Then let's get to work.